Coming up on today's show, there is plenty of both good and not so good news for the Cowboys as NFL Week 9 and the trade deadline approach with days until both of them. Cowboys play Monday Night Football, and then on Tuesday is the trade deadline. Still testing how hype works on videos here on YouTube. It is a new feature on the mobile side. Swipe right in the comments. You might see those little two bars. You can just, or two dots below the comment section. Swipe to the right on them, and you'll be able to hype the video. It is free to do, by the way. Help us out. Let's see how many hypes we can end up getting, and then we will go from there. So Cowboys news. Number one, we'll go bad news, good news, bad news, good news, then one bonus news item at the end that came in right before we went live today. Bad news number one, I'm upset again about Jerry Jones' stupid comments. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal about natural gas and his Comstock investments, which, like, you're an owner. You're allowed to have investments. You should be making money, whatever. Here's Comstock Resource stock. Here's what he said. There's $100 billion present value with the gas out there. That's why I'm talking to you on the telephone rather than trying to fix the Dallas Cowboys defense. This is the stuff that bothers me. He's probably using some hyperbole to make a point, whatever. Why do you say stuff like this? Why do you go out of your way to drive by your own fan base? I don't understand it. If you're just an owner, it's fine. It's what owners do. They have multiple different things. But when the narrative around you is that you are more dedicated to other investments and you use your franchise as an investment property, excuse me, it's not okay to do this. You can't do this as the GM. You can't have it both ways, where you have the alleged accusations of there's a budget the Cowboys put on their team each year. It continues to make it seem like your priorities aren't in order. You can do both, but why are you trying to serve two masters? Like, why can't you just focus on the one? Or let someone focus on the other? That's what bothers me. So are you mad at the Jones boys? FJB in the comment section of today's show if you are. I think it's all of us in the end. So FJB right now. Good news. The Cowboys are offering up some hype as it relates to Shavon Revel. They're leaking, let's put it that way, plenty of praise for the young corner. Here's what Ed Werder recently tweeted about Shavon Revel. The Cowboys coaching staff is buzzing about how impressive Revel has been in his first week of practice and what he can add when activated before Monday Night Football against the Raiders. Revel, of course, has not played yet this season. He had the setback not before the draft, but afterwards in training camp. He just didn't look comfortable. Apparently looks better since he's been back out there for the Dallas Cowboys. The talent with Shavon Revel is undeniable. This is why he was in plenty of round one mock drafts before he got hurt in 2024. The stuff he was putting on film in 2023 as the archetypal Cowboys corner, long, lanky, athletic, straight line speed, probably be pretty good at man coverage, is exactly what the Cowboys, I think, are desperately hoping for. My biggest concern when it comes to Revel is we should probably have realistic expectations here. We are at the point where the corners on this roster just aren't good. So, or at least too many of them aren't good. And you'll deal with some of the ups and downs that will come as a result of a rookie third rounder who hasn't played football in over a calendar year. I liked Revel a lot coming out of ECU. I was down doing the risky pick there in the third, and then doing the second for once. I do think patience, proper expectations, knowing there's going to be some ups and downs are needed. You'll probably ramp him up. He's probably not an every single snap starter. You probably don't want him to be when he first comes back. But if by the end of the year he looks like a piece, that would be a pretty big-time win for the Dallas Cowboys, and that should be this franchise's goal. Today's show is made possible by Ethos. As a father of two kids, it's not fun to think about what would happen if something happened to you, but you do need to be prepared. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Get your free quote at ethos.com/NFL Daily. That's ethos.com/NFL Daily. Ethos is a trustworthy company that disrupts the traditional life insurance industry. And as of March 2025, Business Insider named Ethos the #1 no medical exam instant life insurance provider. They're an online platform, makes life insurance fast and easy to protect your family's future in minutes, not months. There is no complicated process, and it's 100% online. No medical exam is required. You just answer a few health questions and get a quote in as little as 10 minutes. 3 million families have completed applications and trusted Ethos to help find the right coverage for them. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos. Go to ethos.com/NFL Daily. That's ethos.com/NFL Daily. ethos.com/NFL Daily. Application times may vary and rates may vary. Bad news, the second. I hate to say it. Head coach is a coward. And I don't like that at all because I don't want cowardly coaching. If you're going, God, if it's like the Cowboys are punting, giving up way too much on fourth down, not going forward as much as they should, your eye test is correct. The Cowboys are not going forward on fourth down. Ben Baldwin does some really good fourth down metrics here based on win probability. So, like, you are down by 3, or you're down by 4 with 30 seconds left to kick the field goal. You should. What are you doing? Like, that's the extreme example, right? In this particular scenario you see on screen here, you're gaining more than 1% if you go for it, regardless of the outcome. If you go for it, your odds of winning go up by 1%. These are not like a percent. These include everything beyond 1%, but also like the less obvious ones, like that you should probably go for. For example, that punt I melted down on last week was like 1.5% gained. Cowboys going forward about 25% of the time. They are with the Titans, the Steelers, the Saints, and the Chargers in that metric. You boost that to 2%, which is like, okay, we really should be going for it here. It is even worse, it is 20% for the Cowboys, 2% or greater. Again, this is also, by the way, outside of the final 30 seconds, or you're in the first quarter, and you're outside of garbage time. You know, 10, because at that point, it's like you have to go for it no matter what, and it's almost to the point of you can't get a percent boost because it's so far a game out of hand. You go a boost to 3% win probability boost by going for it. It's better. It's about a third of the time. It's still bottom 5. They're cowardly. You have to make a change here. When your defense is this bad and you have an offense that's good, you should be going for it. You should be, frankly, recklessly aggressive by going for it. Like, you're backed up at your own 25. It's 4th and 1. Honestly, I would just go for it. Like, that's how extreme you should be because your defense can't do anything right at this moment. So grade Brian Schottenheimer as the head coach. A, B, C, D, or F? Let me know in the comments section of today's show. A, B, C, D, or F. Second bit of good news. We are going to get Perrion Winfrey. At least we're trending towards, I should say, getting Perrion Winfrey back for the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas has opened up his 21-day practice window. That would put him back after the bye, maybe the week after the bye, beyond that as well. They'll probably use the entire 21-day window. He's been eligible to return. I think he was just a little bit further behind in terms of getting healthy and everything there. Very curious how that ends up playing out with who does he end up replacing? A, on the field, pretty clearly Mozzie Smith or Jay Toia from a snap count perspective. Who does he replace on the active roster? I don't know if they're going to get rid of Mozzie at that point, but he and Jay Toia have kind of flip-flopped the inactives each and every single week, so I don't think they're going to carry 6 defensive tackles and 6 edges. That seems a little bit extreme. Now, we will have free Cowboys videos for you each and every single day right here on the channel, multiple times per day, by the way. Hit that sub button so you don't miss out. Bad news number 3, because I saw some comments made by Schottenheimer. I wanted to dig into it more. The penalty boys are back. After that penalty-filled Denver performance, they are well and truly back. The Cowboys have the second most penalties in the entire NFL this year. They continue to just shoot themselves in the foot as much as possible. They don't have the yardage advantage on that front, which, you know, I guess is better, but they have 11 false starts. They've got Let's see, offsides. They have a lot of offsides. They've got 5 offsides. They continue to be a team that just shoots themselves in the foot, and you can't do that when you don't have the defense to overcome it. It's been a problem. Again, somehow you're always top 3 in penalties, and it's normally the same couple victims, same couple perpetrators, but you know what? At some point, when you have a culture that lacks accountability from the ownership, tends to trickle on down through everything else. Now we're going to try once again to bully the Cowboys into fewer penalties. Bullying does work. They ran more man for a week when we called them out on. We're going to do it again this week, by the way. Type flags in the comment section of today's show. Good news number 3, I do think we will get Cooper Beebe back this week for the Dallas Cowboys. I think there was a chance last week. The Cowboys even had an open roster spot during last week's game. They didn't utilize because they thought they might get Cooper Beebe back. Stephen Jones said this: I think this week will be the week. He was so close. I believe this will be the week. I hope he's back. I think against Denver, really for like one of the biggest times all year, you noticed, man, we had some issues up front. I appreciate everything Captain Insano Brock Hoffman does. He's a great backup player. I don't necessarily want him to be my everyday starter. I think this week we will get Cooper Beebe back. And for the first time in a long time, you actually end up getting a very key impact, like a starting offensive lineman, all 5 are out there. That would be a pretty significant boost for the Dallas Cowboys. One more note, by the way. I know there was some freak out when this happened on social media. DeMarvion Overshown left practice. Joe Hoyt mentioning he didn't seem like there was a lot of concern, if any at all, by the way. It does sound like it was something with his hand, and that has been confirmed afterwards by reporters like Todd Archer. In fact, he actually came back out once the media open portion was available. So Overshown's fine. Nothing to be overly concerned with on that front. A quick update for you as well on DeMarvion Overshown. Ed Warder reporting not long after our live Cowboys Report show wrapped up today, diagnosed with a thumb sprain. So what happened was Overshown left practice today with some type of hand issue. We now know it was a sprained thumb. Kind of sounds like it got jammed on something during a drill. Drill per Todd Archer, I think no C as well. He actually came back to practice. So nothing to actually be concerned about. We can all walk ourselves off the ledge. Don't think there's anything too concerning here with DeMarvion Overshown going forward. Just a thumb sprain.